All right, guys. In all seriousness, thank you for coming out. I know it's kind of a chilly morning. It's going to be a very somnolent, very dramatic presentation that you're about to see. It's something that for me, I live and have done too many times in my life. My name is Michael. I'm one of the care flight nurses. I work with the helicopter program that you'll see coming in. You're going to also see the fire department that you might be familiar with from Versailles. I just actually met one of the teachers here that's also one of the firefighters. So you might know them personally. They see this more times than they want to count. This is something that naturally to you guys might bring a sense of human reaction to giggle or laugh or smile. That's okay. That can be normal. Think about when you've watched someone fall. You tend to at first giggle like it's funny because that's how we deal with stress. That's how we deal with trauma. And then you realize they're hurt and you kind of bring yourself back and help them up. So it's not like you're rude or inappropriate, but try real hard to hold the laughter in, try to kind of bring it back down and realize that you're looking at your friends, the people you hang out with, the people that you see every day. Looking left, looking right. I was in high school and I tend to hang out with the people that you know the best. You know each other probably by name, but you know a lot of each other really well. They're your best friends. Imagine that best friend not coming to school on Monday after the dance. Imagine now the next time you see him, they're laying in a casket. This presentation is meant to bring a realization that the choices you make every day have serious consequences. Not just for you personally, but for the people around you. The people literally sitting next to you. The people at home that you said goodbye to, your parents, your little brothers, sisters, the people that look up to you. So it's not just about a choice you make as much as that's important. It's also about the choice you might have to make for someone else. Don't be scared to be the person that looks at your friend that you love and tell them, no, you're not driving. We're going to call our parents. I don't care if we get in trouble, to a gravesite and say goodbye. I'm not just up here speaking because I got out of a class. I've picked up kids your age, and I've had to tell their parents they're not alive. I've had to tell their parents I personally had to pronounce them dead. I have a 16-year-old. He's going to prom this Saturday. I wish he has a blast. I hope he has a good time. At the same time, I want him to be smart. I want him to make good decisions, and I want him to be able to stand up to his friends and be able to tell them the hard truth if they decide to do something they shouldn't. Wisdom is not instilled on kids your guys' age. Knowledge is. Wisdom comes with a life of sometimes hard lessons, and I don't want you to have to learn this one. I'd rather you learn it here and now. So I'm going to play a sound. The sound is a car crash sound. At that car crash sound, you're going to see the tarp move, and you're going to see the car crash that we're going to reenact. It's going to be real. There's going to be metal cutting. There's going to be glass breaking. There's going to be loud sounds. There's going to be a helicopter. There's going to be potentially some screaming. I want you just to sit and take it in what you're watching. These kids you know. These kids you've seen. These kids are in a car crash. And some of these kids might not make it to school on Monday. They might not walk, and they might not have a life after this. The dreams and the hopes they had might not get fulfilled. All because of one person makes a choice and makes it wrong. Try hard to think. Help your friends think and be safe and have fun at prom. One thing before we play the sound is one of your teachers here is going to read a poem. Please just be respectful and listen for them.
It was early spring. The air had a slight chill, but one could sense the coming of warm summer days. It was a perfect day to hang out with friends. Lots of fun to have, lots of things to do, lots of choices to be made. 4 young lives headed to different destinations. With music playing, hearts singing, and voices laughing, one car travels to and another travels from, meeting at the crest of a hill. The singing halted. The laughter ceased, replaced by cries, moans, and incoming sirens. The music still playing seems out of place, all because of choices made. 4 young lives headed to different destinations, One travels by squad, one travels by air, one travels in cuffs, and one travels motionless, spirit separated from body. It was early spring. The air had a slight chill, but one could not sense the coming of 4 young lives headed to different destinations.
One last thing to say, as this will invoke some emotion on some, I hope it does evoke some emotion on many. If it bothers you too much, turn away, stand up, walk behind, find one of your instructors. They'll be here to help you. Don't be ashamed. Don't feel bad. Don't feel embarrassed. I've done tons of these. I've done these for real and in this way. I still cry. I have kids my age, so please know that it's okay if it does bring you to tears. Let's begin. Two cars, 4 kids, 4 of your friends. Nobody plans this, nobody expects this, but this happens. This happens every day. They're not moving, no one's coming to help them. They're laying there fighting for their lives right now until someone comes up. Witnesses pull up, bystanders pull up. Their day doesn't plan to see this image.
Oh, there's an accident. It's at Versailles School. I think there's 2. It looks like there's one out of the windshield and there's another hurt, and I think there's 2 more in a different car. No, I'm okay. I just pulled up to it and I don't know what to do. Please hurry, please hurry.
Someone witnessed it. Someone's day is ruined and they weren't even a part of the accident. Think about pulling up on this and seeing it. Now time's passing. If everybody has been in health class, you probably know this.
19, Versailles Rescue. It's a training exercise. We had this training exercise to the high school for an injury accident.
Take your wrist, feel your pulse. Try it. Take your neck, feel your carotid pulse. Try to count it. Here comes the sirens in the background. Your pulse sitting there is roughly 60 to 80 beats a minute, normal. Their pulse, 120, 130. Between pain, injuries, and blood loss, their body is fighting to stay alive. Their body is fighting to give them a chance. Here comes the sirens. The worst sound anybody wants to hear, and yet the only sound that you can sometimes hear to give you hope. Here we come. Zoe, realizing what she's done, she chose to drink. She chose to drive. She thought she'd be fine to get home. She thought she'd be fine to take Aaron home. Aaron not moving. Zoe and Riley in the car. Zoe's out. She knows she's done something wrong, but she doesn't know the extent of it. Aaron not moving. Friends around watching, helpless, until the fire department gets here. There's nothing they can do but pray and hope. Every beat, every heartbeat. Blood pressure trying to stay up. Trying to keep the brain alive. Trying to keep it alive. Zoe's now getting taken by the officer. It's not to be mean, but they have to start to control the scene. They have to start keeping everybody safe so that they can start helping those that they can help. Zoe's now going to get questioned. As the sirens come rolling in, think about this. Zoe made a simple choice. A choice that cost her potentially the rest of her life. Zoe's going to be investigated by the officer on scene. She's going to go through a sobriety test. You guys have probably seen this on TV shows. But for her, this is real. She'll fail this test because she is drunk. She thought she'd be fine. She can walk to her car. She isn't that drunk. It's no big deal. I'm only 5 miles from home. But forever, her life has changed. She fails this test. She potentially gets arrested. She gets arrested. She gets charged. One person's not moving. Is he dead? What's going to happen to her? Zoe had plans to go to college. Those probably won't happen. Zoe wanted to get married and have kids. That's probably not going to happen. One choice. One choice changes your life forever. Please think before you get behind the wheel. EMS pulls up on scene. They start triage. The police officer's already on scene triaging, trying to see and keep everybody as calm as possible. They're now establishing command, and they'll come up and stabilize the cars. They have to make sure that they're safe so that they can safely help you. The hardest part for us is coming up and deciding who to help and who not to help. So they're going to assess each of the kids, get an idea of how bad their injuries are, and they're going to make a determination who they can help. Aaron looks the worst. He's hanging out his car because he decided it's only 5 miles from home. I'll take my seatbelt off. It's no big deal. I don't really need it. I'm young. I'm strong. Aaron just got to determine that he's dead. Aaron's not going anywhere. His life is ended at this moment. The hardest part for us is we now have to look past Aaron, and we have to help those we can. We can't do anything for Aaron right now, but we can try to help those that are still alive. Every beat of your pulse, every breath you take, we're fighting fast, and you're fighting hard to stay alive. The ambulance is here, but the injuries are bad. So they decide that the kids need to go to a specialized hospital. So the helicopter comes. EMS and fire will now start working with the patients, trying to decide who they can get out and how they can get them out. Sometimes we have to cut the car apart. Sometimes we have to peel the car piece by piece, hoping that you can stay alive long enough for us to get to you. As you can still see Zoe over there with the police officers. Imagine what's running through her head. This is real. You're close to home. They're 5 miles from home. Parents start showing up. Parents freaking out. Parents want to see what's going on. Parents want to know their kids are okay. We can't let the parents in. We can't let the parents see you because we have to help you and we have to keep them safe. So now we have to be mean. We have to tell the parents to get back. All they want to do is see their loved one. All they want to do is hug them and kiss them. And I can't promise they'll get to do that again. I can't look at their parents and promise they'll be okay. I have had kids your age awake here at a car accident. And I have to call the parents by the time I get to the hospital because the injuries are too bad. So imagine the last time you said, I love you to your mom, or you got mad at your dad and walked out the door, is the last interaction you had with them. The last time you got to talk to them. And the last time they talked to you. Your brother or sister that looks up to you that's in grade school, that wants to be just like you. You are a awesome star in their eyes, but you made a choice. You chose to drink and you chose to drive. Or did you choose to let a friend because you didn't want to be the mean friend that tells them no? Time passes. Zoe's now being handcuffed. It's been determined that she is drinking, or that she has drank and she is driving under the influence. She'll now be arrested and she'll go to jail. Not just a simple local jail, she'll be charged. Everybody knows how to look things up on the internet. Look it up. She's charged, as we determined already, she'll be charged with Aaron's death. She's the one that drank and drove. It wasn't Lauren's fault. Lauren and Aaron were just in the car driving on their way. Zoe will be charged with his death. Vehicular manslaughter. It doesn't matter that she's a kid. She doesn't just get out at 18 and all is forgiven. She'll have decades, sometimes 30, 40 years in jail. So her hopes of going to college, her hopes of graduating high school, her hopes of going to a senior dance with a boyfriend, getting married, having kids, gone. Because she made a choice to drive while under the influence of alcohol. The officers take control of the parents, try to talk to the parents, try to keep them back so that we can work on the kids. Nothing goes perfectly. The kids screaming inside, talking to the fire department, asking to get out of the car. The fire department trying to cut the car apart as fast as they can. Can they go fast enough? Helicopter in the air, helicopter circling. Helicopter's coming to give one of the kids a chance that the squad's determined needs to be had, because her injuries are so bad. If she doesn't go somewhere fast, if she doesn't get to a big hospital, she might not make it. Lauren is fighting for her life right now. They've popped the door. That metal tearing, that glass breaking, that popping sound is the worst sound in the world when you're in that car. Time passes so slow because every heartbeat and every breath you take, you're fighting to stay alive. And this whole time, Lauren sees her friend Aaron. Her friend Aaron that still isn't moving. She's trying to rationalize what's happened. Aaron's dead. Does she even understand that yet? They're working to get Lauren out. Helicopters coming in. They're working with Riley in the other car. Riley's not as bad, but Riley's still hurt. Her life forever changed. If anybody here's had a broken leg, a broken arm, it heals. But if you've had a broken leg or a broken arm, it also could mean your path, your career you chose might change. What if her leg doesn't heal right? What if it can't be saved? What if it's so bad it has to be amputated, cut off? The plans she had changed because of a decision her friend made to drive drunk. Because of a decision she made not to tell her friend, no, you're not driving. I don't care that you're mad at me. Get out of the car. we're calling our parents. It is better for you to get in trouble. It is better for you to feel bad than to not feel at all. Again, look left, look right. Look at the people sitting next to you. Do you want to see them at school on Monday? Make the right choice. Lauren's out. Lauren's being packaged up. This is normal. Parents freak out, scream, yell at us. We know how to take it, but it doesn't make it easy. Every parent wants their kid to be okay. Every parent doesn't get that option. We fight, we move fast, we try, and yet still we can't. Now mom's been reunited a little bit with Lauren here on scene, but now I have to tell her I have to leave. I have to separate them. Helicopter lands. Are we here in time? Did we make it? Do I still have enough time to get Lauren and get her to a hospital where a surgeon can go in and try to save her life? Where she's bleeding internally and I can't do anything about it here? I don't know. Her mom just got to come up and say, I love you and goodbye. Is that the last goodbye? Did you just tell your mom, I love you for the last time this morning when you left? Did you even remember to say it? Everything's a choice. We're here to teach you to think before you drink and drive. Texting and driving is something very serious nowadays too. It is not worth reading that text for that 10 seconds you wish you could have back when you just crashed into somebody. Care Flight crew will come up, they'll assess Lauren, they'll take her, and they'll fly her as fast as they can to a trauma center. A trauma center where specialized surgeons and doctors, nurses are waiting to save her life if they can. Sometimes no matter how hard we fight, we can't. We can't fight hard enough, we can't go fast enough. Aaron still lays there, dead. Nothing we can do for him. Now imagine this. After all the victims are out of the car that we can save, Zoe's been arrested and she'll be charged. She'll walk away. She'll be okay physically. But think about what mentally she's going to go through. And God love it. Think about what she's going to go now for the rest of her life in jail. Imagine months from now, this is you. And instead of coming in to go to your senior year, going on dates, you're going to jail. You're going to jail for 20, 30 years, depending on the charges. Fire department now has to regroup. They've cut open the cars. They've peeled out everything they can to save those that they can. Now they still have to take care of Aaron. Aaron to them is still a child that someone loves. Aaron's mom comes on scene. What does Aaron's mom get to do? Aaron's mom doesn't get to say, I love you, I see you at the hospital. Do you want to know the worst thing for a parent? Worst thing for a parent is to bury their child. It's not the natural way of life. Do you want to know another bad thing? Right here, right now, I've had to do this. She's got to identify that's her son. We know it is Aaron because Lauren yelled out the name. But I don't know that that's her son. What if it's another kid? She has to go up and look at her kid, bloody, traumatized, with the coroner, and identify that as her son. The last time she saw her son was this morning. Did she say, I love you? Did he say it back? They don't get a chance to do it again. All because of a choice someone else made that he goes to school with. A choice that you have to make. Do I text? Do I drink? Do I do these drugs because my friends are telling me to? It's going to be fun. I'm young. I'm healthy. Nothing bad's going to happen. Nothing bad has to happen to you. But you could be the one that causes something bad to happen to someone else. Zoe walked away with the police officer. She's not in an ambulance. She's not in a helicopter. She's not dead, lying on the car. But I guarantee you, Zoe is going to hurt the worst. Zoe's going to have to come to the realization when the alcohol gets out of her system what she just did. The choice she just made. Riley's going to also have to think, why didn't I stand up to my friend? Why didn't I tell her, no, you're not driving? Mom, talking to the coroner, looking at her son, lying there on the car, nothing we can do. Fire department waiting, having kids at home themselves to get to, having kids at home themselves to say, I love you too. And we see this, and it never gets easy, not once. We enjoy doing our jobs, yes, but we would rather not have to do anything at all. It's a choice, a simple choice. Do I get behind the wheel or do I not? Do I drink or do I not? Do I text? Do I not? I've been on this road thousands of times this year alone. I've driven this road. This is how I go from my house to my school, twice a day, sometimes 4 times a day, depending on sports. I do it all the time. I know this road. I know every bump, every hill, everything. I know the kids that are younger that play on the street, that play out in the sidewalk, that play in the yards as I'm driving down the road. But today I thought it'd be fun to get into a cabinet where there's alcohol and drink because I'm mad because I just broke up with my boyfriend or girlfriend. And now I'm going for a drive because I still think I can go to practice. And that kid runs out. Your reaction time is delayed. That's what alcohol does. You now can't stop in time, and you now just killed a kid. It isn't just this scenario. There are so many, and every decision you make, you have to think, what could happen? Be the one that makes the right decision, but also be the friend that helps their friends make the right decision. They'll now load her into the back of the helicopter. They'll start up and they'll head off. This whole time her heart beating, the pain, the broken bones, the trauma to her body. I found out Lauren wanted to go to nursing school. That was her hope. That was her plan. After nursing school, she wanted a family. She might not walk. How's she going to go to college if she has to learn how to walk again? As I stated before, Aaron might have been pronounced dead, but he's still a kid to us. To us, we'll still care for him and love him and take care of him as if he was still had a chance to survive, but he doesn't. His mom will have a long couple of weeks because she thought her son was going to get ready for the prom, go to dances, have girlfriends, get married one day, have grandchildren children, grandkids for her. Nope, not anymore. Zoe made that choice to drink and drive. Zoe ended Aaron's life, his future, his chance. Aaron didn't. Zoe did, one of Aaron's friends. The choices you make affect you, they affect everybody around you. Imagine your parents on the scene watching this, watching you get put into a body bag, because that's what we have to do. We know because I've shared with you that Zoe drank and drove. But how do we know Aaron doesn't have something in his system? The worst thing is we now have to contain everything, and it has to be investigated by the police. The obvious answer might be there, but we don't know that for sure. So his mom has to sit here and watch us do this. His mom doesn't get to get him up, get him off the car, put him in the car, take him home, and hug him. She'll identify him, and then she'll start planning a funeral. You'll be invited. You're his friends. So the next time you get to see him is in a casket. The next time you get to tell him goodbye or tell him something that means something between you two is laying in a casket. Arms folded, quiet, somnolent, not moving. Not moving because of a choice his friend made. Did you say I love you to your parents this morning? Did your little brother or little sister get on your nerves and you told them to get away? What if they're the ones running out in front of a car because someone chose to drink or text, look down at their phone instead of paying attention? This is not just on TV. This is real. I've done this too many times. Kids your age and younger kids. That heartbeat, that pulse, is it still with Lauren? Is her heart still beating? My team is fighting for her. The team here fought to get him out of the car to give him a chance. Now my team takes over. Now they're fighting inside there. Like I stated, Lauren wanted to go to nursing school. She might not be able to. Riley, who got taken away in an ambulance. She was hoping to be a physical therapist. Who knows how that'll turn out? I saw a large head wound on her. Not just a cut on her face, not just a small little gash, but a big wound. And that could have internal damage that hasn't shown up. You are young, you are healthy. But even you, eventually, run out of the ability to stay alive. Every heartbeat, every breath. Fighting. Now they talk to Aaron's mom. Aaron's mom will have to identify her son. Her son that wanted to go into the Marines, wanted to serve our country, wanted to be something better than he is right now. He won't get the chance. The choice Zoe made took that chance from him. The helicopter lifts. The fight continues. They will fly fast and they will fly straight to the hospital to give Lauren a fighting chance, a chance to do what she wanted to do, a chance to continue on with her life. But that chance isn't guaranteed. Her mom, who got to see her here on scene, will now drive and try to stay safe driving to the hospital. Will her mom arrive for us to tell her her daughter died? I've done that. As I've stated, I've been here. It's hard. Aaron's mom saying goodbye. Aaron doesn't say I love you back. He doesn't say goodbye, I'll see you later, Mom. Are we still having something for dinner later? Even the small talk is important because it could be your last. Every choice is yours. You can only control yourself and the choices you make. Those around you, you have to try to change their minds. You have to tell them, even if you're mean, even if you have to lose a friend. I would lose a friend and have that friend come to school, then that friend never come back, and other friends not come back with them because they all decided to get in the car thinking it was okay. If you see it, stop it. If you witness it, talk to them. If you're scared, get an adult. You guys are teenagers. You guys are close to what we consider legal adults. That doesn't make you all knowledgeable and all wise. I'm not either. But I've dealt with this. Your instructors that are here at school are not just your teachers. They care about you. They love you. They want you to come back in class on Monday. They want to see you again. So please call somebody, talk to somebody, help your friends. To really love them is to be willing to lose them as a friend, because you don't want to lose them this way, I promise. You've seen it on TV, but imagine your mom and dad watching it for real. Coroner's here. Your parents just identified your body. That cart they're rolling up is not an ambulance. It's not a stretcher for a hospital. Aaron's final moments were on the front hood of that car. His last breath, then. His last heartbeat, then. Everything that he hoped to be, gone. Zoe made a choice. Loaded onto the gurney. Not a fun word. It's not an ambulance cot. It's a gurney. Something that'll get loaded in the back of the hearse. They'll go from here to the morgue. Not home. Not to see his family. Not to come out and hang out with his friends, classmates. Nothing. He'll go to the morgue. His parents will come see him there. Say goodbye to him yet again. And he won't talk back. hardest thing is the last ones to leave, because they were the ones we could do nothing for. We could not help them. We could not even give them a chance. The ones that left, we hope that they can fight hard enough. We hope that we can give them a chance to survive and to still have their dreams and hopes come true. The drunk driver walked away. But she won't walk away from this forever. This will haunt her for the rest of her life. She will stand in front of a judge and she'll get sentenced to decades in jail. If and when she comes out of jail, 50 years old, did she graduate high school? Can she even get a job? Did she ever find a husband? She's older now. Can she even have kids? All the hopes, all the dreams you guys want, all the things you hope to be able to do one day, it's gone for her. Because she got behind that wheel and she chose to drink and drive. Put your phones down. Don't drink. If you decide to, get someone that hasn't. Call your parents. I promise you, as a parent, they would rather come pick you up and you would rather be in trouble than them to have to come to this car wreck with me. And I have to sit there and tell them their kid is dead. And I need them to look and identify.
Morning. What you've seen is as close to real as we can be. Unfortunately, I have done this in real life way too many times. Chief Bolin has assisted me in numerous situations. This is to make you aware of one bad decision and how it can affect the rest of your life. Don't be a follower, be a leader, make the right decision, convince somebody, help somebody make the right decision. Enjoy your time, enjoy your junior, senior years, sophomore years, and just remember, it does. One wrong decision can affect the rest of your life. And unfortunately, what we depicted here today, it altered a lot of lives. Cases like this are investigated as felony criminal investigations, and there is prison time. But it doesn't bring back the life that was lost. Thank you.
A couple more things. Remain seated. Just kind of keep your attention here. From the car crash standpoint, that's done. But a couple of your students have a poem they'd like to read. I'd like for you to just pay attention and think about it. Think about the words that they read.
I went to a party, Mom. I remembered what you said. You told me not to drink, Mom, so I drank soda instead. I felt really proud inside, Mom, the way you said I would. I didn't drink and drive, Mom, even though the others said I should. I know I did the right thing, Mom. I know you're always right. Now the party's finally ending, Mom, as everyone drives out of sight. As I got in my car, Mom, sure I'd get home in one piece. I never knew what was coming, Mom, something I expected in the least. I started to drive away, Mom, but as I pulled onto the road, the other car didn't see me, Mom, and it hit me like a load. As I lie here on the pavement, Mom, I hear the policeman say, the other guy is drunk, Mom, and now I'm the one who will pay. I'm lying here dying, Mom, I wish you'd get here soon. How come this happened to me, Mom? My life burst like a balloon. My own blood's all around me as I try hard not to cry. I can hear the paramedics say, this girl is going to die. I just wanted to tell you, Mom, I swear I didn't drink. It was the others, Mom. The others didn't think. He didn't know where he was going, Mom. He was probably at the same party as I. The only difference is, Mom, he drank, and I will die. So why do people do it, Mom, knowing that it ruins lives? Now the pain is cutting me like 100 stabbing knives. The guy who hit me is walking, Mom. I don't think it's fair. I'm lying here dying, Mom, while all he can do is stare. Tell my brother not to cry, Mom. Tell Dad to be brave. And when I go to heaven, Mom, write daughter on my grave. Someone should have taught him that it's wrong to drink and drive. Maybe if his parents had, I'd still be alive. My breath is getting shorter, Mom. I'm becoming very scared. These are my final moments, and I'm so unprepared. I have one last question, Mom, before I close my eyes. I didn't drink ever, Mom, so why am I to die? I wish that you were here, Mom, holding me as I lie. I wish I could say I love you, Mom, so I love you and goodbye.
Screeching tires, shattering glass, twisting metal, fiberglass. The scene is set, it all goes black, the curtain raised, the final act. Sirens raging in the night, sounds of horror, gasps of fright. Intense pain, the smell of blood, tearing eyes begin to flood. They pull out our bodies one by one. What's going on? We were just having fun. One of my friends is missing. What did I do? Her scattered belongings everywhere. In the road, there lies her shoe. A man is leaning over me, looking in my eyes. What were you thinking, son? Did you really think you could drive? He pulled up the sheet, still looking in my eyes. If you'd only called your mom or dad, you'd still be alive. I started to scream, I started to yell, but no one could hear me, no one could tell. They put me in an ambulance, they took me away. The doctor at the hospital exclaimed, DOA. My father's in shock, my mother in tears. She collapses in grief overcome by fear. They take me to this house and place me in this box. I keep asking what's happening, but I can't make it stop. Everyone is crying. My family is so sad. I wish someone would answer me. I'm starting to get mad. My mother leans over me and kisses me goodbye. My father pulling her away. She's screaming, why? They lower my body into a dirt grave. It feels so very cold. I yell to be saved. Then I see an angel. I begin to cry. Can you tell me what's happening? She replies, you died. I can't be dead. I'm still so young. I want to do so many things like sing and dance and run. What about college or graduation day? What about a wedding? Please, I want to stay. The angel looked upon me and with a saddened voice, it didn't have to end like this. You knew you had a choice. I'm sorry it's too late now. Time can't turn back. Your life is finished. That, my son, is a fact. Why did this happen? I didn't want to die. The angel, she embraced me. Her words, she sighed. Son, this is the consequence you paid to drink and drive. I wish you'd made a better choice. If you did, you would still be alive. It doesn't matter if you beg me or plead on a bended knee. There's nothing I can do. You have to come with me. Looking down at my family, I said my last goodbye. I'm sorry I disappointed you, Dad, and Mom, please don't cry. I didn't mean to hurt you or cause you any pain. I'm sorry all you're left with is a grave that bears my name. I'm sorry all your dreams for me have all been ripped away. The plans for my future all gathered in a grave. It was a stupid thing I did. I wish I could take it back. But the curtain is being lowered. So ends the final act.
I can tell you, we put these mock crashes on multiple times a year to try to help give you guys a chance, a choice, to make the right choice. I can tell you that I was on the helicopter yesterday working, and I can tell you this happens all the time. I flew a 42-year-old woman yesterday. A 42-year-old woman was sitting in the passenger seat of her four-door truck. Her husband, love of her life, because she told me, sitting in the driver's seat. 2 kids in the back, 9 and 10 years old. They were off to dinner. This was about 6:30. They were having a good night, a normal day. Someone young, in their 20s, decided I was going to drink and I was going to drive. Ran the stop sign T-boned them. I showed up to the hospital to get the dad. I showed up too late. I couldn't fly fast enough, and the hospital couldn't work fast enough to save me. 42 years old, I now have to tell this woman her husband's dead. The doc comes in with me. I've done this before. But she's 42 years old, and her life with her loved one is no more. He's dead. This just happened yesterday. 2 kids fighting for their lives at Children's. I can tell you, this happens. Please make the right choice. Please have fun and have prom. Tears are okay. Fun is okay. But have the right kind of fun. Be safe. Come home. Come back to school on Monday. Enjoy. High school. Real life and work will be there later. Have fun. Be kids. Tell your parents you love them. Tell that annoying little brother and sister that it's okay and you're sorry and you love them. It isn't always you that makes the wrong choice. Sometimes it's someone else. So don't forget, every day, don't take it for granted. Live it. Enjoy it. You guys are... Sorry, principal's coming. Hold on. Oh, okay.
I'd like to thank all of these people that have come out and helped us today put on this mock crash, and I hope that you understand, while this is not real, today, right here, this is what happens, and this is what can happen. So please make the right decisions and help each other make the right decisions, not just this weekend, but for weekends to come. So thank you, everybody who helped us put on, Tracy Cardona especially, who was the lead of this, and be safe.